Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. Now the Monday painting video from last week's Weekly Wednesday, which is a Weekly Wednesday Q&A, I show you guys a host of models and you guys vote on what you want me to paint for Monday's painting video. And whoever has most votes wins. In the case of a tie, we do dice roll. But this week, you guys have voted for Kingpin to be painted up, which is, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am not looking forward to this. The reason I'm not looking forward to it is because all of his suit is white, and he has the other part that I really hate is face and skin and stuff like that. But I get to try a few new techniques with skin and stuff like that. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a second. Right, so we'll go through the wet palette first of all. So I have some lead belcher, that's the airbrush paint. Yeah, I was going to use the airbrush, but I decided not to. This crazy colour here is actually Bugman's Glow. So that's what I'm going to go with the skin. Try something with the skin. I've got a purple here, which is this one. Some white scars, some Screaming Skull, some Mechanicus Grey, some Retributor Armour, and this yellow is Phoenix Yellow, because I want to try and do something a little bit crazy with the skin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some Bugman's Glow and I'm going to start working away on picking out all the skin sections. Yeah, just going to wax some colour so you can see what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to do that off camera and come back and show you where we are. Right, so I like that Bugman's Glow already, because it looks really dark, but as soon as it starts drying off, it starts going to a nice colour. Now, I've missed his rings on his fingers. He's got two on that finger, one on that finger. And I've tried to avoid his eyebrows as well, because his eyebrows are big, dark brown eyebrows. Now I'm going to go with some Mechanicus Grey. And I'm going to take care of all this on the base. Now, some people say, oh yeah, but you usually do the trick with rattling grime and all that. Oh, you do, but I want to do it a little bit different each one. So if I keep doing the same techniques on them, you're going to be like, oh yeah, let me see that. It's going to do this on the base and that's the end of it. So I'm going to go with some Mechanicus Grey. And I'm not going to get into the little nooks and crannies there. It's going to be a quick once over, okay? Because I want to leave the street looking really dirty. Just come in with some easy highlights afterwards. So I'm going to crack on with the rest of that base. Right, so now I'm going to come in with that Chemos purple. Now his shirt and his tie are a purple colour. They're two different shades of purple, but I'm going to give them all the same Chemos purple. First of all. There's a little handkerchief as well. I do like this purple. It's a mad purple. With the black there, it's going to give you you get a hint of purple, but just darkness of the tie. So now what I'm going to do is the painstaking task. I'm going to get some Screaming Skull, and I'm going to do his whole entire suit with Screaming Skull. Okay, I want to avoid the buttons. He's got some buttons on his chest here and his coat here. I'm going to avoid those because they're gold colour. And I'm just going to give this a once over with it. I'm not going to do the whole thing on camera, so I'm just going to show you the gist of what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to get on with that. So there's what it looks like so far. That skin looks absolutely amazing. I think I might have just found my new way of doing skin. So the jacket doesn't look that great, the suit doesn't look that great. But at higher areas, I'd give it a second little bit of white Screaming Skull, just because I want to, when I add the white, I want it to light up even more. And I got a little bit purple on his sleeve there, because I didn't realise it was the shirt hanging out. Now I've dropped a little bit of Dungeon Grey, Army Warpainters Dungeon Grey onto the wet palette, because there's a few little stones here and there. I want to test this grey out, see what it can really do. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the lead belcher, and the sign gets painted because it's a metal sign, and his cane's going to get painted, but the top part isn't, because it's meant to be gold. So I'm gonna, when you're doing something like this, don't do it up and down, do it like this. Yeah, and all you do is turn it and do it again. If you do it up and down, you'll end up with streaky lines, but if you do it like this, it's not a dry brush, but it's sort of just along the edge, you end up with a much better look. Right, so I'm going to get on with the sign and come back to you again. Right, so now I'm going to go on to some white scars, and I'm going to start applying white scars on here. Now white scars is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. It's going to take a good number of coats, but I'm going to just keep giving it once over to brighten it up. You can already see it's starting to take shape, but I'm going to go off camera and do that because it's an annoying thing to do. Right, so now I'm going to come in with some Retro Butorama. This is the bit I'm not looking forward to. I'm going to paint all these little buckles on his shirt, on his jacket. There's one on there. He's got rings on his fingers. I'm going to paint all of those up. But the white's looking pretty good now at the moment. There's still a few little patchy bits where it'll start coming through. But I say it's had one coat, and I've given it a little touch up here and there. But it's still a little bit wet, as you can see, it's still shiny. So once it dries, I can give it the second proper coat. So I'm going to get on with the bits of gold, and his top of his cane is gold as well. I'm going to get on with those, and I'll come back to you when I've done that. Right, so that's looking good. So now what I'm going to do, that's better already for all intents and purposes. Okay, it might need another coat of white scars. I think it does over the back there, but that's better already for all intents and purposes. Apart from that, look at that top side of his head there, bit that I've missed. But anyway, now I'm going to get some of that yellow, the Flanix yellow. I'm going to get a little bit of tissue. I'm going to take it off the brush, and I'm going to start to just dry brush it on. Too much. Let's sort of dry brush it on. Now there's no panic, because Flanix yellow is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. I'm going to go over all the skin. It's a bit too much. Come on, don't put too much on him. If I'm not too happy with this when it's dry, I can then come back and just give it some of the glow again. Yeah, I'm not overly happy with that, but I'm going to just trust the process and just give it a little once over with his hands. I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute, and I'm going to, whilst that's drying, yeah, I'm going to leave it to dry and I'll come back to you. Right, so here we have it. I think that yellow looks pretty good. It looks quite nice on the hand. The face I'm not too sold on, but it still looks okay. What I'm going to do now, because the white seems to be dry, I'm going to give another coat of white, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a little highlight on his shirt. Right, so I'm going to do something now that I don't really want to do. I'm going to do his eyes. I don't want to do them because I'm going to mess them up, but I have to. If I don't do them, I'm never going to do them. So the best way to do eyes is you line it up like this, with a finger on the model, and this brush isn't sharp enough for me. Let's see if I can get it sharper. Yeah, I'm not too happy. I'm really outside my comfort zone now, guys. Don't like doing faces. I don't like doing eyes. Yeah, I don't know, sort of. I'll tell you what I might do. Just give the edge of the fingers a little bit of dry brush with the white scars. Just lighten them up, and his nose a little bit, just around his chin. I think I might be going a bit too far now. Yeah, right. So what I'm going to do now on the wet palette, I'm going to mix that purple with some white scars. Just give me a really light purple colour. And I'm going to come in, and I'm just going to pick out a few bits and pieces in here. His handkerchief is going to be picked out as well. The cuff of his jacket, just to break it up a little bit. The little dot in his shirt there. His tie. So it really makes it stand out even more. And there we have it. I'm going to call him done with his eyes as well. I'm not happy with the eyes, but you don't notice it from that far away, so it's not too bad. So guys, thank you for watching, and thank you all for voting, because you know it really challenges me. It really challenges me when you guys pick models that I'm like, oh, like this one, where I'm not overly confident or comfortable with painting, but I've done it. The only thing I might do with this guy afterwards is do 2 or 3 more thin layers of white scars over his suit, just to brighten it up a bit more. But it's, you know, I don't need to, but I might do that anyway, just because. So guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, because it costs you absolutely nothing. It helps the channel in a massive way, and turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. And again, thank you for everyone voting. If you want to take part in voting, tune into Weekly Wednesdays, and you can throw your vote there, guys. And I'm going to bring you down to show you some pretty pictures, but until next time, take it easy.